Let's go over 3 ways to cast on to your crochet hook. And this simply means putting the yarn on the crochet hook. This first piece of yarn to the left is connected to my skein or my ball of yarn. The one to the right is the tail. The tail allows you to move and tighten the knot to your crochet hook. If you pull on the tail, you'll see that you can adjust the actual loop on your crochet hook. If you pull on the yarn side that's connected to the actual ball or skein of yarn, you will notice that it just makes the knot very tight. Many times I've done this on accident where I have made this knot too tight where I actually have to cut the yarn. So the tail is what you can pull to actually loosen it. And this is what a cast on looks like. Let's go over 3 different ways that you can cast on and find out the best way that works for you. So here we go. Number 1. This first way is a fun way. So if you look at the lines on your knuckles, you're going to hold the yarn in your hand underneath your ring and pinky finger. You're going to wrap the yarn around the knuckle closest to your hand and then the other one closest to the tip of your finger. Now you're going to take your thumb and middle finger and hold that tail. You're going to take the yarn closest to your hand on that second knuckle and wrap it over, and then you're going to take the other one and wrap it all the way over the top of your finger. Now if you pull on that tail with your thumb and middle finger, you'll see that you're creating the loop to cast on. Now you can put your crochet hook inside of that and pull slightly on the tail so that it actually will get right on to that hook for you. And so there you have it. So here's the second option. I place the tail of the yarn in between my middle and ring finger, and I wrap the yarn around my index finger or pointer finger and create this X. Now I'm going to take the crochet hook and put it underneath this top X, and I'm going to hook the bottom part of this X and pull it underneath. And as you see, as I pull this underneath, make sure you're holding both ends of the yarn, because now you're going to pull up and pull it off your finger, and you'll see you have a cast on. And now this is when you can take your tail and tighten it to the crochet hook. So now we have number 3. In this one, I hold the yarn with my ring and pinky finger, and I wrap it around my first 2 fingers twice. But the second time I wrap it behind the first wrapped yarn. So it creates an X on the end. Let me show you again. So I wrap it around these 2 fingers. Okay, I'm grabbing with my pinky and my ring finger. I'm wrapping it around my first 2 fingers, and the second time I wrap it, I create an X by my index finger so that this time it goes behind the other one, okay? And then I grab it with my other finger so that I'm holding both the tail end of the yarn. And so now I'm going to take what's in front towards the tip of my fingers and take it over the back one. And that creates this little loop. Now I'm going to take my crochet hook and put it underneath that bottom loop and pull up. Now hold the ends of the yarn as you do this, and you'll see that holding those ends, you're going to create this loop. The yarn end is to tighten the knot, and the tail will actually bring it closer. If you pull on the yarn side, you'll really create most likely a knot. What's connected to the yarn is what I mean, or the skein. If you pull on the tail, it will tighten it to the crochet hook. So these are 3 different ways that you can cast on crocheting. And I like to do these videos because I do like to make my own lace and flowers for many of my Bippity Boppity books, and people had asked questions about crocheting. So here is 3 different ways you can cast on. Try them, comment, let me know what works for you.